Brighton centre-back Jan-Paul van Hecke has spoken out following an incident with teammate Joao Pedro, and teammates have reacted. The Dutchman enjoyed an excellent season for Fabian Huertziler's side, as they finished 8th in the final Premier League standings. Van Hecke won a number of end-of-season awards at Brighton, following a string of consistent and reliable performances at the heart of their defence. However, the campaign did still conclude with a 24-year-old finding himself at the heart of something of a storm. Fabian Huertziler will have been impressed by Van Hecke since arriving as Brighton manager. Credit: Paul Terry/Sportima. Joao Pedro dropped after Jan-Paul van Hecke incident. The final games of the season ended with Brighton playing without the services of striker Joao Pedro in their matchday squad. It subsequently emerged that Pedro was left out of the squad by Huertziler after a training ground altercation with Van Hecke. The centre-back himself continued to feature for Brighton as they ended the season with 4 wins and 1 draw from their last 5 league games. Jan-Paul van Hecke 2024-25 Premier League stats total: SofaScore appearances 34 tackles per game 1. 3 clearances per game 4.1 errors leading to goal 1 clean sheets 7. Despite that, other circumstances meant the club's 8th place finish was not enough to secure qualification for Europe for next season. Even so, Van Hecke is already aiming for his side to pick up where they have left off when the new campaign begins. Taking to Instagram to reflect on this season, the Brighton star wrote, "Season done. Good ending of the season. Over the past few weeks, we have set our standards for next season. Unfortunately not enough for Europe. Thanks to the fans for always supporting us." In response, teammates such as Carlos Baleba and Diran Cashin were among those to show their support for Van Hecke by liking that post. View Instagram post. Brighton facing tough summer when it comes to current stars. Following yet another season in which they have impressed in the Premier League, the Seagulls will likely find themselves having to respond to plenty of speculation this summer. Already in the lead-up to the return of the transfer window, Baleba has been linked with a move to Liverpool, having produced some standout performances. Van Hecke is another who has shown just how good he can be at the top level with what he has done for Brighton over the course of the campaign. It may therefore be no surprise if he proves to be another who is touted for a move elsewhere in the coming months, given he would be an excellent asset for a number of sides. Brighton though will not want to let such an important player go, meaning he may be one of several they will be fighting to keep this summer.